Like and subscribe. The Facts Drone.
Boxers who sadly died in the ring. Injuries are a part of the game in boxing. Boxing has seen some terrifying-looking injuries, but boxers have recovered and gone on to fight again. Unfortunately, for some boxers, the injuries and damage incurred in the ring have resulted in their early deaths.
Every time a boxer valiantly enters the ring, they risk their life.
10. Mike Towell. Towell fought Dale Evans on September 29, 2016, at the Radisson Blu Hotel in Glasgow, where he was TKO'd in the 5th round of the scheduled 12-round bout. He was then taken to Queen Elizabeth University Hospital, where it was revealed that he had severe brain bleeding, which resulted in his death on September 30, 2016. According to reports, Towell had ceased sparring a few weeks before the fatal battle owing to crippling migraines.
Simiso Buthelezi.
Boxer Simiso Buthelezi died following a battle in Durban, South Africa, in which he appeared bewildered towards the finish. Buthelezi, 24, collapsed near the finish of the fight on June 5, 2022, before being rushed to the hospital, according to Boxing South Africa, BSA. The boxer died in the hospital on June 7 after suffering internal bleeding following a brain injury. A video released on social media appeared to show Buthelezi fighting in the direction of an empty area of the ring, appearing disoriented, forcing the referee to call the fight off. 8. Scott Westgarth. Scott Westgarth was a light heavyweight boxer from the United Kingdom. He died on February 26, 2018, at the age of 31, from injuries sustained after winning a 10-round light heavyweight fight on a Saturday night. Westgarth was knocked down in the final round of his bout against Spellman, but he recovered to win on points. He then conducted a post-match interview before meeting with medics in the locker room. Concerns regarding his health prompted them to transport him to Royal Hallamshire Hospital in an ambulance. Several times during the conversation, Westgarth raised his wrapped hand to his head above his left eye, indicating discomfort. Westgarth died the following day, February 25, 2018. Westgarth's final fight was widely considered to be the biggest victory of his career. 7. Maxim Dadashev. Maxim Dadashev was a Russian boxer who fought in the light welterweight, 63.5 kilograms, weight class. Dadashev, a Russian amateur champion, competed in the 2015 European Games. Maxim Dadashev died after suffering an injury during his IBF light welterweight battle with Subriel Matias. The boxer was hospitalized following the fight and died a few days later. 6. Musa Yamak. Yamak entered the match against Hamza Wandera with an 8-0. The record was knocked out in the second round by a huge shot from his opponent. In the third round, he attempted to come out but collapsed to the canvas in terrifying scenes. The 38-year-old German fighter made his debut in 2017, has fought largely in Germany but also in Turkey, and has defeated every opponent he has faced up until his May 14 light heavyweight match against Hamza Wandera. Yamak appeared to be affected by Wandera's hard strikes in the second round at the Garching boxing contest near Munich. The battle was immediately stopped by the referee, and the event was cancelled as doctors rushed to Yamak's help and he was quickly transferred to the hospital. However, the fighter was soon pronounced dead, with officials announcing that he had died of a catastrophic heart attack. 5. Davey S. Moore. Davey S. Moore was a featherweight world champion boxer from the United States who competed professionally from 1953 to 1963. In the 10th round of his featherweight title fight with Sugar Ramos, Davey Moore was pushed to the floor awkwardly, falling on his neck on the bottom rope. He was able to stand and finish the round on his feet before the referee called a halt to the action. Unfortunately, the Kentucky-born champion lost much more than his championship after a grueling bout, going into a coma in his dressing room from which he never awoke and dying 75 hours later in a hospital bed. 4. Patrick Day. Patrick Day was a professional boxer from the United States. Patrick was 27 years old when he was knocked down 3 times in a fight with fellow countryman Charles Conwell. Day's head severely rebounded on the canvas on the final knockdown that ended the fight. The referee promptly stopped the fight after witnessing Day's fall. The day was transported to the hospital, where he began having convulsions and soon fell into a coma. Following that, doctors conducted emergency brain surgery. Day died 4 days later, on October 16, from what was characterized as a catastrophic brain injury. 3. Jimmy Doyle. Jimmy Doyle, also known as James Emerson Delaney, was an African-American welterweight boxer who died in the hospital following a boxing match with Sugar Ray Robinson. It was the first death in a boxing match since the 1800s. Doyle, 22, was knocked down in the 8th round and never regained consciousness, dying in a local hospital after undergoing surgery. 2. Yo-sam Choi. Choi Yo-sam was a world boxing champion from Korea. Choi, 35, defended his WBO flyweight title against R.I.P in 2007. Choi was knocked out in the final seconds of the 12th round. He was able to overcome the count, however, and went on to win a unanimous decision. Unfortunately, Choi collapsed within the ring and had to be evacuated to the hospital, where he underwent urgent surgery. Choi was declared brain dead 7 days later and died the next day after being withdrawn from a ventilator. 1. Frankie Campbell. Frankie Campbell was an Italian-American boxer who competed as a heavyweight. He won 33 of his 40 professional fights, losing 4, drawing twice, and fighting to a no contest in 1. On August 25, 1930, in San Francisco, California, Campbell was killed in the ring by future heavyweight champion Max Baer. After knocking out future Max Baer in the second round, Italian-American Frankie Campbell headed to the ropes. Baer sprang to his feet and delivered a thundering right punch to the side of his opponent's head. He fought until the 5th round when he suffered a continuous battering from the Nebraska native before the referee stepped in. The fallen fighter sadly died hours later in the hospital from a double cerebral hemorrhage.